there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shareen. I'm an interior designer in New York City, and in this video we're going to conclude our conversation around window treatments. So I'm in a space right now where I'm going to show you example number 1. With window treatments, you always want to have 2 layers minimum. So the first layer is the shade, which is the interior piece, and then the second layer is the actual drapery, which sometimes is mostly aesthetic but also has some function. Let's talk about the interior piece. In here, it's a Roman shade. The Roman shade is that folded piece that's on the inside. These are absolutely beautiful the way that they're done. I love that this is the extension of the double pane windows and double hung windows. This is custom. You usually do have to do custom with window treatments because every window is a different size. And the exterior of that has a shorter track where we have the drapery, which can come and close in the window just a little bit more. This is pleated, and this is a cotton velvet, and it's designed to hang just shy of the floor, and it's done beautifully. The track for this stops at about 2 feet on both sides. You'll see that that's something that I do in a lot of rooms because it's not really designed to cover the entire window. In this case, this window has radiator on the bottom, and a lot of them are designed like that, in New York at least, where you have HVAC or radiator or window air conditioner that you have to work around. So I don't account for the drapery to close in over there. I want to make sure that I get what I need from it, which in this case, the drapery on the outside helps with acoustics, it helps with aesthetics, and it also helps really like soften up the room. So it creates one of those textures in this space that I appreciate. The other thing that you have up there is a valance. I'm not big on valances. Everyone has a different preference. It's not bad. The valance is just something that reminds me of a really, really traditional time. This client is more of a transitional client. So she's one that was comfortable with me mixing traditional elements and modern elements. So we did this squared off valance up here, which is really, really clean and only has a very thin welt on the outside. And I think that turned out beautifully. So I selected the fabrics individually for each of these so that they would complement all the other colors in the room, and we're thrilled with how it happened. Just a quick side note, in addition to that, with the upholstery, I did also have this little chair, which the client owned and pre-loved, reupholstered with the material that I selected for this, so that it would also complement what's happening with the window treatments. In here, you have a great example of what we do with window treatments when we separate the actual shades or blinds from the window treatment. So we have, I believe it's 6 panels here that's on a track. There is the track. And we built out the lighting in this room to put in the soffit. You might or may not recall, depending on how much of my channel you watch. So we have the soffit going around the ceiling. And what I did on this angle is I brought the soffit down a little bit because I wanted to give that appearance of the more commercial look and style of a hotel when you can't quite see where the window treatments start. It just looks a lot cleaner, in my opinion. And then down here, these are hemmed to kiss the floor, which I actually did, believe it or not. Okay, and then if I push this out of the way, you can see the shade for this piece, and this shade is a cordless shade that is manual. You can just lift it. The shade helps to create privacy but still brings in light, whereas the drapery is there for things like acoustics, softening the actual space with the textiles. Can also help with temperature control. That's the other thing that the exterior window treatments are good for, which is quite separate from what the shades are good for. So I definitely recommend that you have both when you're trying to outfit a window. Okay, here we see a similar concept with the shades for light filtering and privacy. And then here we have drapery on 2-foot rods with finials. This is draped from the ceiling. This is a great tactic when you don't have the wall space to secure something from the wall. You can look for window treatments that can be attached either way, either from the ceiling or from the wall. In this case, it's mounted up on the ceiling because there is no wall over here. I've cheated it a little bit because I wanted it to look more even. This panel versus this panel, even though the walls are not even. So the curtain rods are even and you can pull out the curtains to the same degree and you'd be none the wiser. Also perfectly calculated and measured out to be right next to the lighting soffit that we put in. And these have also been hemmed to just shy of the floor. There's that visual trick of both of them looking like they're the same width, even though the walls are not. If you look really carefully, you can see where the walls stop.
Thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere on YouTube, but you chose to be with me, and I appreciate that. I will see you next time, Thursday after next. Ciao.